What's up, guys? Greg here. Nothing beats getting to bed late, waking up to take a piss, and then finding out the Thor Ragnarok trailer dropped. Okay, introduction complete. Whoa.
Now I know what you're thinking. How did this happen? Well, it's a long story.
Damn, dude, hot. Oh, she's sexy.
Asgard is dead.
Hi there.
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
Whoa.
It's main event time.
Where is he?
Now, I give you your incredible.
Oh!
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Sweet. Oh, snap diggity. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has never looked better. Oh gosh, you just know from right watching it, like a lot of people will be like, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yeah, you can't blame the people for saying that, because it definitely does have like the James Gunn vibe throughout that trailer. I like the 80s credits kind of touch to it as well. I mean, they got like a rock and roll Led Zeppelin song over the trailer. I mean, come on, this movie looks really fun though. It definitely looks different than the first couple. Of course, this is happening right when I start filming. They had no fucking noise the whole time. I really like the trailer. That looked like a lot of fun. Kate Blanchett, I think the character's name is Hela. She looks fucking sexy, man. She looks scary and sexy, and we know Kate Blanchett is good at doing both of those things. But that beginning of the trailer, when she catches Mjolnir and then just destroys it, that's a great setup for a villain. It's Mjolnir, you know, like everyone, you know, I think anyone thinks of Mjolnir now thinks about the scene in Age of Ultron when they're all trying to pick up the hammer. And with, you know, it's Thor's indestructible, awesome hammer. And then she fucking destroys it right at the beginning of this trailer. That's a great setup for a villain. And a great way to put Thor in a position of, you know, he has to just be a warrior in this film because he doesn't have his trusty hammer that he relies on so much to defeat bad guys. It's already putting me as a viewer in a position of how is Thor going to defeat this person? But with a lot of the designs, you know, with the intergalactic space designs with the ships and the other characters, this is one of the other Marvel stories where if it looks a little bit like Guardians of the Galaxy, it kind of doesn't bother me because this takes place in another world, a different part of the universe, you know, so if it's space travel adventure happening, if it happens to look and feel a little bit like Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm a little okay with that. I mean, because this trailer even has like gun battles and shit going on in it, and I think, where is it? I think at like, here it is, 104. It looks like Carl Urban. Yeah, it's Carl Urban. I think the character's name's Scourge. Is, you know, firing like assault rifles to them in the air, which I hear is not something people would ever do in real life, according to a CIA training I did a long time ago. But anyway, he's armored up like one of the types of warriors from the Thor movies. yet he's firing these 2 assault rifles. So this shit looks pretty fucking crazy, man. And then, you know, everyone's really looking forward to the gladiator battle, the one between Hulk and Thor. And I love the moment when Hulk showed up, because when Hulk shows up, we're all waiting for them to tease the moment where they're gonna have to battle each other. When he shows up and Thor is super excited and we know each other, like, that was such a funny ass moment. I really liked it. I like how he decided to keep the fun about it instead of trying to do like a super serious versus moment. He was looking forward to the fact that he can fight him, that he's being put in this gladiator position, but now he's excited that he gets to fight Hulk. That was a really cool moment. I'm interested to see the storyline of how Bruce Banner got here, you know, because the last we saw him was in Age of Ultron and he's just flying off. But now he's in this other part of the universe. I'm definitely very intrigued. I'm excited to see this different side of Thor without his hammer. Looks like they're setting up a really cool villain. If, you know, the MCU has a tough time with having badass villains, and just from the little bit of footage, they start off the trailer with the villain, and the villain does something that makes me go, whoa, that's a pretty scary villain. I don't know how the hell Thor can defeat this person. So I'm interested to see what he has to do. I mean, Thor's probably gonna have to work together with, you know, Loki, Hulk, Heimdall, the rest of the gang. You know, he's gonna have to use his unit, use his leadership skills, and also use his skills as just Thor the warrior without his hammer. Oh yeah. Kind of like Iron Man without his suit in Iron Man 3, everyone's favorite Marvel installment. It looks like they're reinventing the image of Thor, giving it a much more humorous vibe. And honestly, when you get a director like Taiki Waititi, I think is his name. When you get a director like him who's known for comedy, I'm not surprised. And when you see those viral videos where, you know, Thor has a roommate and he's living on Earth, that are just so fucking hysterical, it makes sense that this would have a much more comedic, you know, level to it. We get little moments of Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie, which a lot of people are very excited for her character. I personally don't know much about her. She looks cool in it. It's nice we get a hot, badass black chick in this movie. Hell yeah, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And while I thought Jeff Goldblum's Grandmaster looked a little silly just from the, you know, the still they released in Entertainment Weekly, I thought seeing him a little bit more in movement with the lighting, the cinematography, and the world, the atmosphere that we have set up here, it looks significantly less silly. And I'm excited to see what Jeff Goldblum does with it. Well, Sam Neill's supposed to be in this movie too. Get a little Jurassic Park reunion. And so is Benedict Cumberbatch, as you know, Khan is supposed to be in here as well. And last thing, I'm curious to see what role Loki's playing here, because it looks like Loki might be like helping the bad guys in this one at first. I wasn't too sure which side he was fighting on. The image they showed of him fighting, they even had a quick little snippet before Thor sees he's about to fight the Hulk. You see Loki sitting on the same couch as the Grand Master when that battle is happening, and like they look like they're treating Loki with a respect and a sense of authority and a hierarchy. He doesn't look like he's a prisoner like Thor is. I'm not sure what Loki has up his sleeve here, if he's gonna do something to aid his brother Thor in the end. But you know, it's Tom Hiddleston's Loki, the best character out of the whole MCU of the villain. This, I think, could be a good direction for the Thor films. Thor: The Dark World was not a very good film according to a lot of people. I personally enjoyed it, but most people I know think it's one of the worst of the MCU films. The Thor films could use a different direction to go on, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm really enjoying the fun flair to it. Humor, you know, you don't want to go too dark with your comic book movies these days. It tends to upset people for some reason. And the Zeppelin song looked really well. I could so see people getting upset from this trailer just because it's such a different vibe. It is reminiscent of Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm enjoying that the Thor movie looks like it's taking advantage of a space opera vibe, because it looks like you have elements of, you know, the fantasy stuff, because besides, you know, seeing spaceships and shit, you got different kinds of creatures. You even got a shot where a woman kind of looked like Valkyrie was riding a giant eagle at one point. I love the inclusion of, like, you know, Lord of the Rings meets Guardians of the Galaxy combined into one. It just looks really sweet to me. How the hell is Doctor Strange gonna fit into all this? Alright, subscribe to The Real Rejects. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Greg Alba. And shout out to the DC universe. I'll still watch your movies too, don't worry.